I was once a devoted member of the Nation of Islam. I created mosques around the US and rose membership from 500 to 30,000 in only 11 years. Our leader, Elijah Muhammad, had been doing things behind the scenes that I did not know of. These things included sleeping with 6 women. He even had children. One of his main principles was celibacy until marriage, and this was against his own rule. I began to lose faith in the church that seemed to be built on lies. So once I got out of the church in 1964, I created my own called the Muslim Mosque Inc. I was once talking to my middle school teacher, Mr. Ostrowski, and he was asking me, Malcolm, what do you want to be when you grow up? I actually had no idea what I wanted to be, but for some reason, lawyer popped in my head, and so I told him I wanted to be a lawyer. And he answered, he said, you know we like you here, Malcolm, but you need to understand that people like you are not lawyers. I understood this, but it hurt. I didn't understand why he would be so rude like that. But I understood where he was coming from, until later on when I was talking to my fellow classmates, and I learned that when they had told him that they wanted to be nurses and astronauts, he had praised them and encouraged their dreams. Even though I had better grades than these people, just because of the color of my skin, I was not allowed to want to be a lawyer. My first job was as a dishwasher at a local restaurant in Michigan. It was close to my detention home. So, yeah. The Nation of Islam is not violent. I don't understand why people are saying this other than that they have their own guilty conscience for what they have done. We have never bombed churches. We have never killed little children, which white Christians have done. We have never done that. In our religion, we do believe, however, that if someone is trying to be violent against us, we are allowed in our religion to retaliate due to what Elijah Muhammad teaches. We are able to retaliate on self-defense. And that is allowed for us to do, but we never start the violence. The violence is always started by someone else. And we believe that it's started by someone else because they just have this idea that we're violent, so they need to give us a reason to be, so they will see it. But we are yet to be violent. We are very calm ourselves. I don't completely understand how the people of Africa have gained their rights and their independence before the people of America have. We're here, we're supposed to have freedom and just democracy, but all we see is no change. We need to be one. We need to be uniformed. And when I went to Mecca, this is what I found that the blacks did. They became one unit and they started fighting whatever was in their way. And that is what we as Black Americans need to do. After my trip to Mecca, where I met blonde men with blue eyes, and we really connected, and I started to see whites as brothers for once. So when I returned home, my speeches were towards all races, and I saw this hope for a new future and a new outlook on life. I'm weary of any Black person who is supported by whites in politics. I'd be more apt to vote for someone who whites condemned and were against. Because, in my opinion, being friends with whites is more dangerous than being their enemies. honestly, I feel that people should be happy that we don't want to integrate. If we started integrating, we would do everything we could to do so. Anyone who got in our way, who wouldn't allow us to integrate, they would be threatened by us. We believe that separation is the best way to ensure the safety of everyone. Blacks who integrate with whites and are then mistreated. It's foolish on the blacks because they should have known that they were never going to be treated equally. If we stay as one black unit, everything will be better. That is what we need in America. That is the only way to beat this problem.